What's up, buddies? Super Mega here. Welcome back to another video. Okay, so this is quite a different video to my usual. This is not gaming, this is not music, this is not animation. This is something which I'm sort of experimenting with. In this video, I'm going to try to record my process in designing and 3D printing just a car. So it's pretty simple, just gonna make a box, which is going to be sort of the chassis, and we're going to have that, and then of course some wheels on the side. And I'm not too sure if I'm going to just go straight into making a dynamic car that can turn wheels, so it'd have like some form of rotating axle here with like a rack and pinion, or if I just make it a boring forward and backward car. And I'll get to that once I get into the design stage. Right now I'm just in the planning stage. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this, then I'll do it more in the future. But if you absolutely hate it, then this will probably be the only one if it gets uploaded at all. So anyway, first things first, as there's a classic car that travels outside my window, we need to of course come up with the way to power something. So I'm just thinking just maybe have an axle here, maybe put just a quick plan for a gear here. I think that's a bevel gear. I don't exactly know my vocabulary. And then another bevel gear here, and then this would be attached to a motor here, and then we can just say the battery pack's going like that. So we have our battery pack, it goes in there, powers the motor, and then this would rotate our wheels. I don't know about multiple gears, but for the moment this will be for our first test, and if it doesn't work, we can make another one. Then in the front we would probably need a servo motor somewhere about here, which would then turn a pinion, which would then adjust a rack to move these wheels left and right so that it can turn. I don't know if I'm going to do that in my first test because I want to make sure the back part works on its own. So let's go to the design stage. Gone and designed practically the entire body for this little forward backward car. Nothing really special. Took about 30 minutes. I was kind of speed running, and that's why it looks pretty bad, but we're not really going for looks here. We're going for functionality. So the next thing we're gonna do is just I'm gonna stick some axles in there and then some wheels on there. And then we're going to have to add a small gear system for the motor to mesh with. So we'll have one right here and one attached to the axle. Now that I'm looking at it, we're definitely going to have to move these wheels, or this drive shaft, I don't know what it's called, this axle back a little bit so that it's not going into the motor. But we have these nice little arcs and this out of place hole just because I'm very much a filament economist and I do not have that much, so I'm trying my best to save filament So let's get to fixing this part and then adding some bevel gears, axles, and wheels, and then we'll get to the printing. Okay, after about 2 hours of more designing, redesigning, and adjusting certain things, I think I've come to a stopping point for this first generation simple forward-backward car. We have some 4 wheels. They really look like, I don't know, horse-drawn carriage wheels. Not the most advanced, but I did it in like about the wheels themselves in about 5 minutes. But so we have our 2 bevel gears here, our little motor housing. This spot here is going to be where the battery pack is. I didn't really want to design my own battery pack. And then hopefully this shouldn't be too hard to print. These axles for the wheels, they were intentionally made like this so that there wouldn't be this annoying like relying on friction for the wheels to rotate. The part that I'm very much least confident about is probably the gears. These are completely, I didn't even really know how to design them, and I just went with my instincts. So we're gonna print the 2 gears first. I'll maybe do a time lapse if my phone has enough space. But yeah, so I guess let's just get printing then. Okay, so the 2 gears have been printed. Came out with these. They're pretty nice. It's nice with the stock filament, like some of my other filament probably is not gonna, or does not work as well, but it still gets the job done. So I noticed that when I try to mesh these, they kind of work. They'll probably be able to get the little car moving, but they aren't gonna make it like go very far. It's probably going to be clicking, and so I have 2 options. I can reprint them or just print the entire body of the car and the whole thing and then see if they work like that, which I might do just because I'm very much a type that does not like running out of filament, especially since I do have a very limited supply. I'll catch you guys back when I print everything else. Okay, so I have printed all of the parts here. We have our body, we have our wheels, some gears, and then these little washers, and then this motor reinforcement and some screws. I actually ended up printing a bunch of gears since I could not get the right measurements and stuff. They're either too tight or just stuff didn't work. So I think I got the right ones here. So, I mean, I guess we should just start assembling it. Yeah, and then we'll see if it actually works or not. So hopefully I measured everything. I did not actually assemble this before, so it's going to be very much well, it's going to be an experiment to see if it actually gets assembled. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, we have our little cart here. It's not very nice. I have my little writing just as SCM and then SDM, sorry. and then Gen 1, because this is definitely not the final thing. It's just to see if the concept of these two beveled gears actually works. So I'm just gonna stick this here, and then I'm probably not gonna solder the motor together, since this is really just a test to see if the concept works. So I'm just gonna very stupidly just put these tiny little wires sort of in here. Okay, and then this one goes about, where is there? Oh man, this is there we go. Okay, let's see moment of truth. Oh, it works. These are not really moving, but let's see if I can loosen that up. Okay, it's on its way. It's terrible, but just pick this up. It's really slow. Yeah, so if I were to do this again, I would probably readjust these gears so that they're a little faster. This motor was actually made for a different purpose, but I had extra, so might as well. Let me see if I can try switching the direction so that it's more like rear powered. And to do that, if you're unfamiliar with like electronics or whatever, you can just switch the ground and power, because that actually makes the electromagnetic forces or whatever in the motor go the opposite direction. So I just need to put this in the correct way. There we go. Hey. It's painfully slow. I don't think it can go over anything. Let's see, let's put this ruler. Yeah, no. I definitely, I need to put some traction on the wheels. I could do a few more tests with just like different kinds of wheels maybe. Yeah, it's not very good on just wood. I don't know if I have any different, I might have a different surface somewhere. Let me get a shirt or something. Okay, got a random shirt from my dresser. Let's test it out. It's probably gonna rode since it has a little more. Oh, that's a lot smoother. Yeah. Okay, and then it gets stuck because it still does not have enough traction. So I could continue with this concept, trying to maybe I'll do some other wheel designs that are not so wagon-esque, or just move on to straight going into trying to have a rotating axle in the front so that it can actually turn, since right now it's not really, well, it can't really do anything. It can go forward, and then if you switch up the wires it can go backward, but it's like, why? I would never use this for anything. I mean, maybe I could mount something on top for it to carry something straight, but like, that's it. So I think I'm probably gonna end this here. If you enjoyed this project and you want to see more of this, then please leave a like, subscribe if you're new and you like my content, leave a comment, I'll reply to you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!